Welcome back, Flare community. I hope everyone is having an absolutely incredible day so far and a great start to the week. Now, today we're going to cover data providers. And for those who are new to the community, I want to explain how holding the Spark token can generate you a passive income. Now, before we talk about data providers, we first need to understand the role of the FTSO, or Flare Time Series Oracle. And to do that, we're going to revisit an OG video of mine from just a couple of weeks into the channel. So let's check it out.
What is the FTSO? The FTSO, or Flare Time Series Oracle, provides externally sourced data estimates to the Flare network in a decentralized manner. It does so by leveraging the distributed nature of the network and its participants. As we know, various digital assets, such as XRP and more recently Litecoin, can be converted into their F-asset equivalent on the Flare network, effectively transforming them from a Turing incomplete asset to one with smart contract capabilities. For F-assets to be minted on the Flare network, Spark has to be provided as collateral. For example, to convert one XRP into FXRP, you may need to stake 2.5 times the value of the XRP worth of Spark. So where do you get the data input for this conversion and to calculate the ratio? This is a job for the Flare Time Series Oracle, which provides externally sourced data estimates to the Flare network in a decentralized manner. For example, the FXRP system requires the Spark to XRP price to calculate the Spark collateral. A centralized system would, for instance, take the price from an exchange, updating the price at regular time intervals. But a decentralized system relying on a centralized data feed would essentially render it centralized itself. FTSO provides a decentralized solution to this problem, and it is essentially a heartbeat of numerical data flooding the network with accurate, reliable data.
Being a data provider requires you to build bespoke software to calculate what you believe to be the average price of a given asset. Now, some people may not have the skills or the resources available to be their own data provider. Now, don't worry, people are going to do this on your behalf. And the great thing about the Spark token is, each Spark token you hold will have a detachable vote, which you can delegate to an FTSO data provider. If their price estimates are accurate and close enough to the output of the Flare Time Series Oracle, you will receive Spark token as a reward, essentially creating a risk-free way to earn a passive income.
What if I don't want to provide data to the network? It is natural that token holders may want to delegate this task to an entity who they believe will do a great job. More generally, the votes for an oracle and the votes for governance can be delegated to another address without transferring the tokens themselves. This results in the potential for an ecosystem of data providers to the Flare Time Series Oracle, who would retain a fraction of the award won in exchange for providing good signals. Any Spark or F-asset holder could choose to delegate their votes to whoever they believe will provide honest votes. The Oracle signal provider might take a fraction of the earned reward in exchange for their service. This therefore provides a way in which Spark holders can earn a passive income for as long as they hold the Spark token.
So with that being said, you may be questioning, who can I vote for and how will I know if they're going to provide good data? Well, as you can see here, I've compiled a list of all the data providers that I am currently aware of on Twitter. I'll leave a link for this in the description below. So why not take this opportunity to have a look at each of them that we know of so far? Let's start with FTSO.eu. As far as I'm aware, FTSO.eu were the very first data providers to come out publicly in support of the Flare network. They really have taken their support a step further, and in their website, they've actually managed to host a number of different tools for those who are actually competing in the Flare Finance beta. Let's have a look and see what they have. So here is the demo signals, and this is something which you can expect from all of the data providers in the future. Now, not all of them are publicly displaying their signals right now, but this is the idea where every so often the FTSO data provider will get what they believe to be the most accurate representation of the price. This can be done in many different ways. For example, aggregating the data from various exchanges and working out some sort of average. Now, we also have a new kid on the block, which is Aureus OX, and they have recently just released their website. And within their website, they also have something very similar where we can actually see the signals. And here we go. Now, another thing which is important to mention is the fact that these signal providers are not just basing their estimates on a single asset, such as Tether, because that would be very risky in case the price of Tether, for whatever reason, was to fluctuate below or above $1. So, as we can see here, they have USD coin, US dollars, and Tether as well. So, very interesting indeed. Now, we also have FTSO.finance, and they have a very nice website too. They do not currently have any public signals, but I imagine this is something which they will be working on and introducing to us in the near future. We have Alpha Oracle, who also have a great looking site. Here we have FTSO, FlareFTSO.com. Very basic site at the minute, but they have actually shown public price feeds. We also have FTSO.au, who we know Tim Rowley is a part of, and I feel this is one of the most impressive because their price feeds are refreshed at a very high frequency. As you can see here, the numbers are actually going crazy. So very interesting indeed, and it's great to see them at a point where they actually have a working product too. We have FTSO.gg, and this is their website. We have FTSO.uk, and just on a side note, FTSO.uk, if you're not following them on Twitter, you definitely should, because they create all kinds of infographics which will definitely help you understand the Flare network a little bit better. This is their website, very nice indeed. And you know what? I'm really interested to know which data providers you will actually be voting for. So if you have an idea already, please comment below and let me know. This is FTSO.us, coming from obviously the USA. We have Scandinodes.ftso, and this is their website. We have DeFi Oracles, and if you recognize this style of graphics, this is actually the Flare Time Series Oracle data provider created by Flare Finance. And we all know who Flare Finance is. They're building a suite of 6 different products, which is actually going to be one of the foundations of the Flare network. And this is probably the biggest project on the Flare network to date. And as I'm sure everyone else is here, I'm very excited to see what they are going to bring to the table. Now, we also have Gala Games, and they are a company who are introducing NFTs to the gaming world. And I'm very excited to see Mirandus, one of their flagship games, come to fruition later next year. We also have FTSO Labs, and they are doing a great job all around. I mean, They're actually the creator of the Bifrost wallet, and they host numerous nodes for both the XRP ledger and the Flare network too. So they're doing a really great job, and they have actually also been responsible for developing the Ledger hardware wallet's Flare application. And here we have Bitrue, which is a very XRP-centric exchange. Now, Bitrue have been very supportive of the Flare network as the first exchange to support the Spark token airdrop, and also the first exchange to support the Flare Finance snapshot and airdrop. If you're not already registered for Bitrue, definitely check the link below. They offer some great benefits and all kinds of giveaways. Moving on, we have Pack Protocol, which runs a masternode system, and they are going to be providing data for the Flare Time Series Oracle. We have FTSO, plain and simple, and we can check their website out here. No signals as of yet, but again, I imagine this is something which is coming soon. And finally, we have the Flare network team themselves. They're actually going to be a data provider. Now, something that we can look forward to is these FTSO data providers announcing their commission rates. So when you actually give your vote, the data provider will take a small commission for the infrastructure which they're providing. I imagine this place is going to be very competitive, and we might see some benefits that you may not normally expect. So that's something to definitely look forward to in the coming weeks and months. Something else that we have learned is that each wallet will be able to vote for 3 different data providers and no more. And that means that you're going to be able to divide your Spark tokens into voting for up to 3 different data providers. It doesn't all have to be on a single data provider. Not every data provider will be rewarded because some of the estimates may be too far out of the range. So that's something to think about, and as I mentioned before, I would love to know what data providers you plan on voting for below. So with that being said, before we wrap up here, I'm going to leave you with a quick interview from Hugo Filion himself, where he describes the role of data providers and how you can use Spark to access a passive income, risk-free. Let's jump in.
Will there be a way to earn with the Spark token?
Absolutely. So sort of low risk or zero risk really way of, obviously unless you mess up how you do it, pretty much there's no risk to participating in the Oracle system. There's no slashing, it's not asking you for money, it doesn't ask you to send your token anywhere. So we hope that many wallets and many exchanges will essentially integrate with the Oracle system to allow people to essentially delegate the votes that are attached to their tokens to whichever Oracle providers or whichever data providers they wish to delegate to. That's something we have had many conversations with people about. It's something we are pushing. It's something that some of our hardware wallets that are listed on our page already specify, and it's something we're talking to exchanges about actively. So that's really the first way for people to participate. And we would expect most parties that provide those kind of delegation services, especially data providers, to take a small fee, a reasonable fee, 10% of anything they earn, maybe 20%. It's up to them, and it's up to the market. It's not something we set. But that's a great way to participate and actively encourage people to participate in that. The more people that participate in that, the better quality the data signal will be, and the more decentralized.
So there we have it, guys, and something which Hugo actually mentioned is the importance of delegating your vote when the Flare network launches. So please become a participant in the network. It's in your interest, as you will earn Spark as a reward, and it's in the interest of the Flare network itself to provide the best quality data. So that's all I have for you today. As always, enjoy your week, and until next time, I'm out.